Next week is America. Today's Victoria Day. F-105 playing some Rebel.
The Empire's flags are all around.
Brock's here with me right now.
Hey,
She says
America
it's
Day.
easier to keep her head down.
What is? I think is it Memorial Day next week?
Memorial Day. That's Jurassic Park 2: The Lost World will be coming out on Friday.
It's Victoria Day for us in Canada. Happy Victoria Day.
No fireworks. Heidi's here. Michael's here.
Oh, what up?
Yeah. They're all here. Heidi is excited for her Memorial Day. It's been a
Nice.
weird Victoria Day here. No fireworks. I heard some last night, but
Yeah, I did too.
you know, they're not fun. Can't go and watch them. I'm looking at.
It's nice to hear it.
Did I put our faces? Our faces aren't on the screen. That's my bad. Here we're on the screen now. I forgot.
No.
I forgot again. Brock, how was your WGR's birthday celebration? You spoke about it on
Good.
Friday. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, it was good. I brought her many things every day. We had vegan fast food,
What is
which
that?
is great.
Okay, I actually do have a sincere question. Because I saw
Yeah.
that you brought her vegan. Well, it wasn't even on her birthday. I don't know when it was, but I saw you brought her vegan donuts.
Oh yes, yeah. Oh,
So, okay,
James,
I've made donuts.
I'm sure they're great.
No, that has nothing to do with anything. But I've never used anything that's not vegan in a donut to begin with. So, what is different about a vegan donut?
Well, see, like that's the thing. I always I'm like, wow, this tastes the same. I'm like, but you gotta remember, like, most of the stuff in it is vegan to begin with. Like sugar is that's a plant, which is like arguably the main component. I think what just changes out is like I don't know specifically. I'll ask WGR, but I would assume it's more like well, you've made donuts. You do use milk and eggs and stuff like
And the
that.
ones I
butter.
use, no.
Mm.
That's why I'm
Well-
guessing. I'm guessing there are some that do that. But,
You're wrong.
oh no! Why is
No, you're
Andrew?
wrong.
Why is Andrew here?
Sorry, I'm late, gents.
I can see below your neck, and I don't care for it.
Wait, what's an Impossible Burger in Burger King in the U.S.?
I don't know what they make it out of. Like we had a Toronto brand called Globally Local, which like I definitely will take you to. They use chickpeas in their thing because they make Whoppers, which is vegan Whoppers, and they also make I forget what the name is, but
Whopper? Sorry.
it's a Big Mac. They do both.
Okay.
And they do a vegan gyro you will die for, man.
Ooh.
Like it's a little saltier, but it's like on point. And here's another fun thing about vegan food. When you warm it up the next day, still good. Still good.
I'm
anyways.
really just no, I'm down for all of that. I am just curious about the donut.
Actually, I didn't even tell you this. WGR, she was, when we were doing our Star Wars stuff, she was going to make blue milk, but then she didn't have any almond milk. So, like, there you go. Blue milk can be made vegan.
Well, that's how it is
Star
at Disney at Galaxy's Edge. It's vegan.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Good point. But get ready for it, gents, because there is almost no reason to have fast food that isn't vegan because it tastes almost exactly the same.
I only have a few concerns with what I'm eating when it comes to the vegan stuff, and
Yeah.
that's the substitutions with stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's why, like, I don't mind buying. You know me, but I do read the back, and there are some things used, certain things that I just don't like.
Oh yeah, like that's the thing.
So
It's not
that's-
just because it's vegan doesn't make it healthy, right?
Right.
No, and so the fast food aspect. The only thing that would, I mean, look, if I had it once, I'm not gonna. Who cares, right? Like, you can have everything in moderation. Is really
Yeah, of course.
kind of like this
But
podcast. Everything.
These donuts, James, out of this world.
Where
had
are
a
they
lemon
from?
Poppy seed. It's a place called Bloomers in Toronto,
Okay.
and there's also a place called Bunners, and they're both vegan bakeries.
Are they? Wait. So are they baked or deep fried? They're probably baked. And they might be deep
I
fried.
think I'm not sure. That's a good question.
You know,
I'll
like
look at
deep fried dough. Mother trucks. I bought a deep
yeah.
fryer, just deep fried dough. By the way, I have bread. I have dough rising in the oven right now. Not that it's in the oven. It's just that's the only place in my house that's warm enough for dough to rise.
Well, we got vital news today. In the Disney camp, they have lost the CEO for the Disney streaming platform to none other than TikTok, apparently. Don't know the name of the guy. Doesn't really affect Star Wars in any way. But apparently, the guy that was in charge of Disney Plus is now moving to TikTok, which is like, wow, interesting.
Wait, that's real?
That is, I'm pretty certain, real. I didn't back it up. I did read. It was from Google, so like, it's legit. It was an alert that I got because
Yeah,
it's like,
Disney's streaming chief mayor to become TikTok
yeah,
CEO. Walt Disney's. This is from the Financial Post, so you know it's legit. Mayor's appointment will
but
be effective June 1st. He's out.
yeah, there you go. I mean, it's not really Star Wars affiliated, but it's kind of interesting.
I heard they're going to cancel Mandalorian season 2 now.
Are you gonna mess it? So interesting stuff.
So that means there's a position open. I'll take it.
Andrew, did you see the Star Wars gallery episode 3?
Yes, I did.
Brock alerted me to something that Bryce Dallas Howard says in it, and when I watched it, she said something, and I told this to Brock. I said, "Well, that wasn't that effective." And then she said something else, and I was like, "There you go." And she actually, it's funny because I don't know if you remember or if you know what I'm talking about, Andrew, or Brock, I don't know if you remember. Oh, also, I'm confused. She credits that as actually a quote from Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy doesn't even understand Star Wars, so how she would have this quote, it's crazy. But do you remember what it was, Brock?
She said all Star Wars characters have a silhouette.
Yes.
So you could tell who they are by the silhouette.
Exactly, and then it relates to Cara Dune in that part of the show. But like, it's so true. It's like, It's like you don't mistake Han for Lando or Lando for Luke. You could even tell which Luke it is, right? Like that's New Hope Luke, that's Empire Luke.
Yeah, that's something I remember hearing Matt Groening say years and years ago about the best cartoon characters are ones that you don't need to see any details. You just see their silhouette and you know exactly who that is. That's why the Simpsons have very specific looks to them. And that goes true for live action. I mean, you can look at a shadow of Darth Vader and know who that is. And it's a very simple shadow.
When I see a shadow of Darth Vader, I think it's Anakin from Attack of the Clones. So.
Yeah,
I thought that was a brilliant quote. Even actually, Aaron, that was the first episode Aaron saw, and she was like, "Oh, that's cool." It's a really good quote, and it's true.
I think this documentary series, because like as we keep thinking, like they're gonna make more of these for maybe other Star Wars shows or other Disney Plus stuff. I think it's genius because like it gets you hyped about stuff, because like watching a lot of these things feels like watching the sizzle reel for Rogue One back like how many years ago. And also like it's their opportunity almost to talk back at the fans, like that Kathleen Kennedy thing in there is there for a point. It's like Kathleen Kennedy knows what she's talking about. If a movie didn't make you mad or make you as happy as you were expecting, like that's not on her. She knows what she's doing. Like,
yeah.
So I really hope they continue with this. I think it's great. I don't know what you think, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more. I'm really hoping, though, we get a lot more of, I don't even know the right word for it. I just want to see more of the creative process. I want to see more of conceptual design and building maquettes and paint. Because right now, it's great and it's sweet and it's a positive show. But right now, it really just feels like everybody's just clapping themselves on the back and saying, "You're cool." Yeah, but you're cool too. And it's like, cool, but show me how you designed Baby Yoda. Show me how you came up with the idea for Moff Gideon. Like, get me to that point.
I almost liken it to watching 7 people on a Zoom call. Like there's so much talking over each other in the same room. I don't know what you guys think about this. I was thinking the same. It's like, oh, when are we gonna get to that stuff, which we've seen in the trailer for it? But I think they have to do this stuff first because I don't think everyone wants to know all those things, though. I think those episodes are going to be really, really interesting. But I think to sell it, you need to be like, here's Jon Favreau, here's Filoni, here's all these people you heard about. Like it doesn't. They don't care about Johnny the Grip or Stavros the LED tech.
That's the thing.
I
This
met
is
a
definitely a
1930s
mainstream show.
mobster named Johnny the Grip.
Sorry, James.
No, this is a mainstream show. This is for everybody just
Yeah.
to watch and celebrate and it's it's just Jon Favreau's dinner for 5, but with his Mandalorian crew.
Yeah.
They're not eating, but they're talking with water.
Oh, I wish they were eating.
And
I love.
it's just like,
I
oh
love
my
watching
god! When everybody eats, they sound like Gilbert Gottfried to me. I don't know. And that's what everyone sounds like when they have food in their mouth. What are you doing? Amigo! I was in Problem Child.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Problem Child.
Yeah.
It's like the next go-to with it.
It's like Iago, Problem Child, and I don't know, like the Tonight Show.
The Aristocrats.
Oh, the Aristocrat. He's great. Oh my gosh. His story in that one's insane. The Aristocrat.
Poor guy. He totally should have been in Aladdin, the new one. What's going on?
Well, Iago was the worst part of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No offense to K2SO, but why the hell do they even need him in that?
Yeah. He talked so little that they could have just got a real talking bird.
Yeah.
And you would have gotten the same amount of words out of him.
That's
now
what
they
my
have
complaint.
Achilles, apparently.
That's what my complaint with the live action Disney is. They forget like the charm of the animated ones, and they kind of ignore the charm, and they're like, we're going to make it realistic, but also a musical with vibrant colors and the same plot as the animated, but not with the fun stuff that you love.
Yeah.
But yes, here's Will Smith. All right. I thought Will Smith was fine, except for when he had to do the Robin Williams shtick. When he wasn't doing Robin Williams shtick, I thought he was great, but he had to. And that's the genie. Like that's that genie. It was. He did well though. I thought.
Yeah, I liked when he was just like a more toned down, just kind of talking to Aladdin like the bros, and just like, hey man.
When he was the Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
What a time. It's our long weekend, Andrew. Have you done any Star Wars things this long weekend, or you've just been relaxing all cool?
No, it's been actually a very bad weekend over here. I had too much stuff going on, so I haven't. Besides that thing, which I watched like Saturday night because I didn't really get a chance on Friday. No, I haven't really done much of anything this weekend.
Oh yeah.
But tomorrow I want to watch Phantom Menace if I can.
Why? Just because?
Just because. Because I want to start I haven't gone through them all yet since that's been possible. And it's been a year to the day since the last time I saw Phantom Menace. So
I saw, because you just said since you can see them all now. So I saw an ad yesterday, and it was about this. It was a lightsaber hilt, right? And it was a Disney Plus ad, is what it was for Disney Plus. And and you just swiped, and you kept going through the thing. So it started at the hilt, and then you swiped it, and then it started yellow, and it said Rey, and then it went green, and it was like Luke and Qui, whoever had green. Then it went to blue, and then to purple, and only Mace Windu. And then it went to black, Darksaber, and it had the best one was Darth Maul's because it was just one red line, but. So they went through it all, but then they went to the Darksaber. And then it said whoever owned the Darksaber, and the last one was Moff Gideon. And then the next slide said the entire Skywalker saga now streaming on Disney Plus. And I was like, so is The Mandalorian part of the Skywalker saga? Because that's kind of what it's inferring to, right?
Yeah.
So wait, was this Instagram you said?
Yeah, I think it was an Instagram ad. Yeah, because they swipe. So I don't look at ads, but this one I was like, ooh, a lightsaber hilt, and they totally had me. That's how you. And I literally every ad I hit like dislike and unfollow, and this one I was like, ooh, 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 and I'll see if I can pull it up, but I doubt I could. If you go,
That's
my
like,
search is all Ninja Turtles, by the way. But here it is. So yeah, it starts off. You see that?
yeah.
So it starts up there, and then you swipe it, and it's like there's Vader's and Darth Sidious and whoever.
Oh, cool.
And you swipe, and this is the best one, Darth Maul. But anyway, oh wait, no, there's more. Okay, but anyway, so it keeps going, and then here, Bo-Katan and Moff Gideon, right?
Huh.
And then the last one is the complete Skywalker saga.
See, that's a really creative marketing thing.
Well, it got
I
me.
applaud it, but then, like, they just lose your true Star Wars fans right there at the end. It's just like, what? Because it's just like, don't call it the Skywalker saga. I know you want to, just don't call it that. It's like all Star Wars.
No, the problem. So this is the thing, though. The Mandalorian, because Solo's not there, right? So they can't say all of Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but exactly, it's weird.
I mean,
Solo's still not there.
No, July. They got a July from Netflix.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like,
so no, but like, why not just say Star Wars available? Like, I don't care. I know what's going on, but now I think Luke Skywalker is going to appear.
That's, we often applaud Disney for their ability to market really properly, and then that's just someone dropping the ball. Like, that kind of makes me angry.
Have they ever specifically marketed Solo and Rogue One as part of the Skywalker saga?
No, they're not. Okay. So the Skywalker saga is the 9 episodic films.
Yeah.
Like Clone Wars typically isn't even included in that, but it for me, I would say sure, but you could put that in there.
Right.
Because it obviously, until the very end, follows Anakin and whatnot. And then I guess if you put that in, then you have to put Rebels in because Ahsoka completes from 1 to the other. So I don't know. Who knows? I'm lost. I am so lost. I think it's just called the Star Wars saga.
Yeah.
Just
giant Skywalker. One word. Just drop one word, and there's 0 problems. And we're just here going.
It's just, so if it's the Star Wars saga, that's the Skywalker storyline. That's the Rebels storyline. Like, that makes sense to me. But now it's like there's this saga and that saga, and this will begin to make things right.
If we were to like jump to a conclusion, we would be like, "Oh, this means season 2 of Mandalorian's gonna have a Skywalker in it."
Well, no, but if it has Ahsoka, then it makes complete sense.
Yeah, fair.
Hashtag release the Snyder cut.
I know we like to label stuff, but like, yeah, Snyder. But it doesn't need to be done. Like, it's, I don't know. I think it's like this is Marvel's doing where it's like this is phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Like, just like it doesn't matter. Like, watch them in any order you want.
Yeah, I think when it comes time to the titles of the movies, I think that's when it becomes necessary to do. Like, whatever, Taika or whatever, Rian Johnson, they'll put out a movie and be like, okay, guys, this is episode 1 of the Smink saga.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
I can get behind that. Yeah,
they should just make the next one episode 21 and move on. By the way, this is I got a sit stand desk. Should I lift it?
Oh,
you can stand.
Lift with your back. Oh my God.
I can't even see the shot anymore. Where am I? Hold on. Yeah! Look at me.
It just slowly goes up just a little bit.
Yeah, hold on. Well, it's not an electronic one, it's manual. I gotta bring it down. Oh! It's ergonomically correct. All right? No, I don't know if there we go. I was like,
I will mention something I sent to James earlier, since we're talking about the prequels. There's a new headcanon theory going around, or it's not even a theory, it's just sort of like a nice ad. If you watch Revenge of the Sith, there's one scene where like after he saves Palpatine from Count Dooku, Anakin's looking at like a tablet or whatever, and someone says like that's him checking in on Ahsoka and Rex.
Ooh.
And I'm like, yeah, that's nice. So it made me think about it. It's like, oh, wouldn't that be great if they just cut in a scene where you see what's on the screen and it's got something to do with what happens in Clone Wars? And I'm like, but then we're just doing what George always does. I call him George. And just redoes and redoes and redoes. It's like, no more Control Z, George. Just let the movie lie. But what if they were to send out a new version of these, or add an extra thing where you could click and it's like added content, and they just added that stuff. Like they can't go back and reshoot that stuff. It's been too long. But like just cutaway scenes and just add. Like, what do you think about that?
Oof. First of all, yeah, I know exactly the scene you're talking about. I remember when I saw that in theaters. Back then, tablets were not a thing yet. There were no iPads in 205. So I remember looking at it and being like, is Anakin playing with a PSP right now? Like, what's going on? Yeah, it's just this random thing, and then he puts it aside. I have always loved the idea of kind of like a all-you-can-eat, or sorry, not all-you-can-eat, like a make-your-own Sunday bar with the Star Wars movies, considering how many versions there are of them. What if I really want to take out the no at the end of Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
Give me those options, and yeah, anything that can add to the experience, or for people who hate what has been added, to change their experience so that they like it more. Yeah. Why not?
I will say, I think now that this whole thing's done, and you can't mess with what George Lucas did. Mm-hmm. But I would say, and I mean that like probably legally they can't. I'd say now though, Disney, Lucas, you know what? Stop. Let's not say Disney. Lucasfilm, because we don't say Disney when Marvel makes a decision. We say Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
I don't know why we say it like that, but we always do. Lucasfilm, Kevin Feige. Lucasfilm should look at the 9 movies. Screw it. The 10, 11 movies, right? With Solo and Rogue One, but I don't think you have to worry about those. You look at those as a whole, and then you go, you know what would make that stronger? Add that. And let's add that there. And let's do what George Lucas did with the special editions and make special editions of, and maybe they're not allowed to touch episodes 1 through 6.
Right.
Maybe they're not allowed to touch those. Fair. Then you take your 3 movies and you special edition that. Why not? Yeah. That's like in 1997. That's what Star Wars became about. Just like, we're going to make Jabba the Hutt look different this time, and I'm like, I will go pay $13 to see Jabba with different eyes, and I
will ask for the new Jabba from A New Hope action figure for Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. We went to go see Phantom Menace in 3D in the theater. I was super excited.
Yep.
I saw it in the theater already. I didn't care. I was going to see all of those in the theater in 3D, as were you. And I think they have a chance now, even if they can't do it with George Lucas's ones, but their 3, they can go back now and fix little details like George Lucas did. There's no shame in it. Like I said, Star Wars, that's what Star Wars is. Making changes. Ewoks blink now.
But you're right. It's like, I don't hate it, but don't create a line where people are like, I don't want you to do that, or I do want you to do that. Like, just have it as you can literally go in digitally, or like in a menu, and like, let's just keep it on Disney Plus. It's like, maybe it's like no, we were saying earlier, the Snyder Cut. It's like, I would like to watch Justice League, but I would also like to watch the Snyder Cut of Justice League. I go into a menu, I click, it's like when you put in your subtitles, it's just like, Snyder Cut, click, and then it's just a whole new thing, and you don't like it's. I think that would be a lot of fun, and interactivity. I mean, they're doing it on Netflix with like Black Mirror and the Jabberwocky episode, or the new Kimmy Schmidt interactive episode. Like, there's ways to make this really interesting, and I think that would be fun.
Especially considering how, let's be real here, as much as I love them, how many poor choices they made when it came to plotting out this sequel trilogy. you own those movies. George can't stop you from going in there and putting in things that will make them even better than they already are. Off the top of my head, a scene sprinkled in Force Awakens and Last Jedi that kind of spins the threads for Palpatine, so he's not just here I am. Any little thing like that, you look back with retrospect, you see what mistakes you've made, what doesn't need fixing, and you leave that alone because there's a lot that is great. And then throw in the stuff that you wanted to do but you didn't get a chance, and then just like you said, Brack, throw it up on Disney Plus, be like, hey, would you like to watch the enhanced edition?
Enhanced.
There you go.
I think we're thinking about this too much in the old style of like what they would do, like where we're fixing things. What if like down the road they make an amazing show like Mandalorian, but for prequels, or not prequels, sequels, the sequel Disney movies, and you're like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if this character from that somehow appears in the background of that? That was what I was kind of like thinking, like that might be cool. So it's sort of like Star Wars never dies as a show. It's an ever-evolving organic thing where it just you add and add and add. I don't know if it's doable, if it's even cost efficient for them, but like with the way they do with digital stuff now, I mean, Carrie Fisher can be in it again all of a sudden, and it's like no problem.
Yeah, and I mean, Disney likes money. If they made an enhanced sequel trilogy and put that on a box set, I'm buying that box set.
Yeah.
My computer wasn't plugged in, so
Nice.
I left.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, I will say I like that headcanon. I think it's neat.
Yeah, I really like that too.
So, and it's very similar to that of like, oh, the old guy in Return of the Jedi. That's Rex.
That's Rex.
Yeah, cool, perfect. But yeah, exciting stuff. Also, Andrew, did you hear that apparently oh God, what are they called from Octo, James? The caretaker. They're supposed to be caretakers in
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker, but like not. They weren't they were like in like ninja form or something.
Wow.
Did you hear about that?
No.
I sent it to you, Mr. Fantasia. He's blocked my number again.
I don't remember this at all. When did you send this?
Yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a long weekend.
Yeah, it might have been Saturday. I can't remember myself.
They were at one point early on, a version of the Ray Pofin, etc. were going to run into a gang of Lanai caretaker assassins on the street of Kadimi. So it was early on. So the one thing I don't like when they show these things is people are like, "How could you take that out of that?"
Those characters that do almost nothing.
Yeah, it would have been pretty baffling if they had kept that in, but still not given the Knights of Ren anything to do.
I feel like they took that out probably, first of all, to get off of Kajimi faster. Because, how long do you want to spend on this useless planet that gets blown up? Oh, probably more time than you did. Although
I like that art. I just saw the art.
No,
I like it.
Every time I see this isn't in the Art of book, I guess.
No, it's not.
Well, we know what you did to our temple, Ray. We are here to assassinate you. I should have. I don't know why Ryan Johnson didn't call me to be in Knives Out, but he didn't.
He said, James Rosili, James out. That's what he said whenever he fired anyone.
My mic came out. Hold on.
Wow, you are just falling apart.
I know.
I blame your...
Aaron just walked by. What do you blame?
I blame the fact that you made your table go up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just had to go up.
Oh, by the way, I can't remember if we talked about this on the air last time. Maybe we didn't, but just in case we did, I'll follow up on a through line. I was talking to you guys about Animal Crossing.
Oh, jeez.
And there's that show Gary Whitta has.
Yes.
Yeah.
But on Wednesday, when I had my last class with my students, I was asking them what they're doing to pass the time. And they said they were Animal Crossing the hell out of life. They were just so I gave in and I ordered the game. And yeah, so we'll see what happens. See how, and I've never crossed a single animal in my life. I don't know what I'm in for. Is Gary Whitta going to call me? Probably, because it seems like he calls everybody who owns the game. But we'll see what happens.
Well, have you seen? I saw part of the Elijah Wood, Danny Trejo one, where they just start running in circles. Danny Trejo, 76 years young.
I just like when they go. That's really cute.
Well, you just gotta make sure you gotta keep Mr. Nook happy because you do the jobs for Mr. Nook, and he's like the Godfather, I guess. No. I'm tempted to get it because I like those games, but like I don't want to spend $80 on a game right now. I'd rather just buy the indie games, which I have to take up my time. But yeah. Interesting. I'm looking forward to hearing your travels in Animal Crossing.
Well,
what's the subtitle? Not New Leaf. That's the DS.
New Horizons.
New Horizons.
Really? That's what it's called? That's so dramatic for Animal Crossing.
New Horizons.
Wait, guys, news. Screen Rant is confirming that David Arquette will be returning as Dewey in Scream 5.
At last.
I was like, when are they going to make another sequel to a franchise that had such potential? Is Ahsoka dead in The Rise of Skywalker? Ugh, dead and geek.
I mean, well, yeah.
I hope so, and not because I don't like her or anything like that. I just hope that she really is gone and she's not. I don't know. I feel like it'd be cheap to be like, nah, she's still alive because we all like her. Don't worry. Like, just let her have her story and move on.
And then her story ends with a Skywalker saga. Sorry about that.
Yeah. No, yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I mean, we don't really know. We hear the voices of people that are dead at that point. So we're like, well, she must be dead as well. But I guess there's always a loophole. She seems to be very part of the Force in the end of Rebels. So it's like,
I was just reading the chat, and Heidi says, Andrew, you need to do an animal.
Do an animal.
Crossing ASMR video. But the first, it's two different lines. And the first says, Andrew, you need to do an animal. And I was like, that's kind of rude. And then there's a crossing ASMR video. So
I've tried watching a handful of ASMR videos, and I really don't get it. I don't know. When people whisper like that, it kind of makes me antsy. I'm like, ugh. You know, I don't know.
What does ASMR stand for?
I know this.
Is it auditory?
Auditory, sensory, blah blah, relaxation. It's just like, hey, welcome to the Rebels Gun Podcast.
Yeah. I like it. Okay.
Civil War.
Aaron actually would prefer this when we do the live stream at noon when she's working.
Oh no.
Oh my god, guys, release the Snyder Cut is trending on Twitter. Zack Snyder.
What do you think is going to come out first? The Snyder Cut or Avatar 2?
None of the above.
What's up, you little cats and kittens?
HBO Max trailer included the final Zack Snyder directed shot of Superman from Justice League, yet the list of films hitting the service doesn't include the theatrical cut. Tune into Snyder's Watch Along on Wednesday. Have we done that? All right, let's wrap this up with trivia. Ready?
If this question's not about Avatar, I'm leaving.
What film was terrible and released in I don't even know what year?
What movie is basically Ferngully?
For which planet did Grand Moff Tarkin tell Admiral Motti to set the Death Star's course? For which planet did Grand Moff Tarkin tell Admiral Motti to set the Death Star's course?
Of course.
Alderaan, Tatooine, Dantooine, Onderon. They all have double letters except for Onderon.
Ugh, that's just like Onderon too.
Double vowels, like they're from Holland.
Are we gonna have ASMR trivia? We should, honestly, you guys. So which one is it? Onderon. Do they have music playing during ASMR videos?
I don't know, because like it's like some ASMR is just dogs making noises.
Ooh, I like it. That's how I wake up in the morning.
I feel like it's people that enjoyed when they were kids, when their mothers would wake them up. It's like, time to get up. Like, I feel like that's what you're reacting to. Cause like, yeah, I could like that. Like if Daryl came into my room, it's like, get up, sleepyhead. No more time for Betty Pie.
He's too busy watching One Bite Pizza reviews with David Portnoy. One Bite, everybody knows the rules.
I'm gonna go Dantooine James for 2000.
I'm also gonna go with Alderaan.
What?
I tricked you.
Well, Dantooine's much too remote.
Yeah.
Heidi saying Alderaan, Charlie saying Alderaan, Charlie saying I can't spiel. 2med2 says he wins. I always win.
He always wins.
But don't they like blow up Alderaan? It's like, let's go to Dantooine anyways.
I don't think I've had a glass of water today. That's not healthy at all. I need to have
bro, you gotta drink like 2 liters of water a day.
I had a coffee and a beer.
Ah, living large.
Yeah, that's what I've had to drink today. I don't think I've had anything else. And
Nice.
Both of them took me a long time to drink, so they were like drawn out.
So you had cold coffee and warm beer.
Yeah, basically, it was opposite day today. That's why we celebrate Queen Victoria's birthday, and the British don't.
Oh, she's not amused at all.
Alderaan. Brock was looking for the answer in Alderaan places.
Hey-oh.
My mic came out again.
I got friends in Alderaan places.
My mic came out again. Oh, I see what's happening. Oh, I see.
You blew it.
The mic cable is underneath the table, so when I lift the table, it gets tight and unplugs. I didn't prepare to lift up the table.
Oh, okay. But it says here in the rundown at 7:20, I'm going to inexplicably raise my desk.
You do things because you can, Brock. You do things like you eat vegan donuts. Because you can.
Brock, something behind you just kind of fell and it freaked me out. There's a ghost in here.
I put lights in here, but the warmth of this room makes the tape. I should screw them in. See, I'll turn it up.
Automated Joy says ASMR sometimes gives me the same feeling that my hairstylist cutting my bangs does. I don't know what that means. I haven't had bangs, a hairstylist, or an ASMR video in 10 years.
You haven't had bangs?
No.
Nice.
Wait, is Joy saying like it reminds her of when the person cuts your hair, so they're like right next to you and they're like, "Hey, your hair looks good."
I'd argue the sound of hairs being cut by scissors, that sound would be ASMR.
I think that's just the sound of scissors.
That thing. And then you just hear each follicle.
Yeah.
And then you get like the footsteps because the hairdresser's like dancing while they're doing it.
Well, yeah, because you can never go to a place and not hear like.
So wait, is the movie Barbershop an ASMR video?
No, it's too loud. It's all supposed to be calm sounds, natural sounds.
See, I don't think I could do ASMR. Aaron made me do. She was like, "We're gonna do yoga," and I was like, "This is driving me freaking nuts." I'm too sporadic. I'm like, let's put on some Rage Against the Machine. No,
okay, Daryl.
I only listen to what's that band? Let the bodies hit the floor.
Oh, Drowning Pool.
Drowning Pool.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Sometimes I like to sing Bob with the Bob, but like in like a country or like
wow.
I don't even know how to sing.
He kind of went country towards the end.
Was it Bob with the Bob?
Bob with a bow, bang bang.
Yeah, there's like one song like
I only know that part.
Song like that I just sing. It's like
yesterday I was so tired I put my shirt on backwards and I just sang crisscross until I changed.
Wiggity whack.
That's what I literally did that, and Aaron's like, "You need to stop." And I said, "Who said Sir Luke is the best bush pilot in the Outer Rim territories?" Who said Sir Luke is the best bush pilot in the Outer Rim territories? Was it Han Solo, Biggs, Darklighter, Tank, Wedge, and Tillies?
What was this? What was the third one? Tank?
I've never seen Bob Ross. It was Tank, yes.
I've never seen Bob Ross. Oh, is that a...
Heidi saying ASMR when you watch Bob Ross paint and find it relaxing.
Yeah, that's kind of, that's the same idea.
I've never watched Bob Ross. It's just not my bag.
This is our little secret then.
Have you guys ever heard of William Alexander?
Is that your cousin?
Alexander Hamilton.
That's got Disney Plus in July.
Yes, it is. Now, William Alexander is the guy who trained Bob Ross, and he's very entertaining too. He's like this big German man with a loud, boisterous voice. So he has the same sort of positivity as Bob Ross. He'll be drawing something. He'll be like, "Look how happy I made this tree." But then every once in a while, he goes like full-blown German mode, and he's like, "Now I do a cloud," and he like slaps his face. He's wonderful.
Automated Joe says there should be a Mando named Boba Ross. This is the way. This is the paint. It's a happy little remnant stormtrooper.
Happy little stormtrooper.
Who said Sir Luke is the best bush pilot in the Outer Rim territories? Han Solo, Big Star, Darklighter, Tank, Wedge, Antilles. Is it Antilles or Antilles? Solo.
I don't even know how to answer that question.
Wedge, Solo.
Here's a hint. It's Biggs.
What if at the end of The Rise of Skywalker she goes, "I'm Rey. Ray Porkins."
I'd be like,
yeah, and it's just like Porkins is like, "I'm also a ghost. I've been here the whole time."
He sounds like there's still food in his mouth.
There probably is. The best was that Force Awakens poster where they all had the lightsabers covering their eye, and someone did one with a sub covering his eye. How do you audition for a role of Porkins, sir? So you have to eat a little bit more. You're not quite what we're looking for in the Porkins role.
What came first, the pilot or the Porkins, right? Like, it's sort of like, is he Porkins because he's a little chubbier?
Yeah, because I don't think that's a nickname. I think he literally like is House Porkins.
Yeah, Jack Porkins.
Yeah, his cousin Pork Rind. He was Red 7. He's Blue Leader. Is Pork Rind. Oh, Rez is here. Hi, Rez. The answer is. Brock? Do you know what the answer is?
It's Biggs Darklighter.
It's Biggs Darklighter.
It's like the only reason that you know who he is because he says that.
How wide was Porkins? No. How wide was the target area the rebel pilots had to fire at when attacking the Death Star?
1 womp rat.
1 meter, 3 meters, 2 meters, 4 meters. If you remember my clue, you should be able to get this one. How
Yeah.
wide was the target area the rebel pilots had to fire at when attacking the Death Star? 1 meter, 3 meters, 2 meters, 4 meters.
It should be in feet. How many feet?
How many hectares?
3.33 feet.
I can't believe those cards did that again.
What?
That pattern. It's such a strange pattern.
Oh, right. Yeah. Right. We should do that. We should be like social distancing, like t-shirt, and it should just be 2 womp wraps in between the people. Oh my god, that's genius.
Do
Yeah,
it up.
Do it, James. Do it.
T-Public.
By the way, shout out to everybody buying those masks. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
Stay safe.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
actually,
right.
T-Public emailed me and said, you're selling a lot of masks. And I was like, shut up.
I mean, it's smart on T-Public's end to just
They
like, oh, this
sell
is
out
the
every
way.
morning. They sell out of masks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for them.
How wide was the target area the rebel pilots had to fire at when attacking the Death Star? 1 meter, 3 meters, 2 meters, 4 meters. 3 apples high. Rez says 3. Charlie says 3.
I was thinking about the Smurfs too. I'm gonna go 1 meter there, James.
You're going 1? Oh, you don't remember my rule here. Andrew, you want to guess?
Dos.
On these cards, when one number is out of order, that's usually the answer. 1 meter, 3 meters, 2 meters, 4 meters.
Oh yeah, there you go. I had it wrong.
The answer is 2 meters. 2. Why not just do 1, 2, 3, 4? But instead they're like
the perfect amount of space for social distancing. I always thought womp rats were like this big.
Are they?
Like
They
big
probably
enough.
Were they in the movies?
No.
I think so. No.
I like those little mouse things that are in Rise of Skywalker on Pasana. Pasana does sound like a line from a Kanye song. I don't know. It's a holiday. I have to go have some water. This is fun. Are we doing any lunchtime trivias this week? Wednesday, lunchtime trivia,
Friday?
12 p.m. Eastern. Be here. Andrew, do you want to tell everybody about Thumbwar on Thursday? Maybe YouTube will work this time. We don't know.
Ooh, maybe it will. We did break YouTube last time. That was 100% us. Maybe.
That's how many people watched it.
But Thumbwar episode 4 is coming out this week, and actually, it's kind of the Star Wars episode.
Am I in it?
No, you're not.
Am I in 6 or 5?
6.
Yeah. I end up with a bang.
Yes, you do. Your character's name is Harold, and he's outrageous.
Truly outrageous.
Brock, anything you want to say?
Watch the Disney Gallery on Disney Plus if you have it available to you. It's quite fun. Also, Harry Potter is a great series. I just watched the last 2 movies in the span of 24 hours.
Ooh.
Great.
Yeah, except for that one part I told you about.
I was like, here it comes.
My
Which
favorite
part's
Harry
favorite?
Potter movie, true story, is 1. But my favorite character is Grand Moff Gilderoy Lockhart.
It's true.
They wouldn't give me his wand, remember?
Yeah, remember excuse?
Yeah.
The wand store?
We only do have real wizards' wands.
Boom. I was like, that is a good answer.
Yeah, Brock actually did a mic drop and walked away, and I was left
I was
with
like,
brain
that's
clouds
awesome.
came over me. Yeah, but I was ready to drop whatever it was, like $50-$60 on this. I convinced Aaron to let me buy it, and they were like, "We don't sell it." I was like, "Well, what? What? That's all I want."
Every other person.
Yeah, they had weird thing number 5 that doesn't have a name.
Yeah.
So, anyway, That sucked. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, for playing trivia along, and listening to us talk. We'll be back Wednesday afternoon at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for more lunchtime trivia. Also, Brock and I will have episode 170 this week at some point. We don't know whenever. Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. Should be a good time. But yeah, thanks a lot for spending your Monday evening with us. We couldn't think of anyone better to spend it with than anybody other than Andrew. And until next time, may the force of others be with you.
Always.
Good luck.
And go to 2 Minute Sue's channel at 9:30 p.m.